Yo, every Wednesday night, you better tune in tight. At 7 p.m. CST, we bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody the Bear fan, talking all that talk. 3 Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. Packer fans yell blow pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a win and attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
Good morning. Welcome to the pre-game Sunday morning edition of Halas Hall Report. Woody, you're muted, man. Unmute your mic.
There, see? What the fuck? All right, sorry.
Good morning, brother.
What's up going on? Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
You East Coaster.
That's the only time zone, buddy. East Coast, baby.
We get a good noon start today against the Brownies.
Yep, it's cold. -8 on the field right now. It's going to be another running game, so it's going to be Monangai Swift versus Judkins, and actually Sanders is starting for Cleveland, so he's a mobile quarterback. He had about 300 some yards last week, had a rookie offensive player of the week, so we got to go up against that. So we'll talk more.
Good morning, Cam. Good to see you, brother. Chilling out there in Arizona in the Valley of the Sun.
Mr. Butters in the Cactus area.
It's nice and warm in Arizona. I'm telling you, I'm nice and warm down here in Florida, and you're freezing your butt off in Pennsylvania.
It's only 12. It's fine.
And producer Mike, he said it was -2 in his car today. I'm like, yeah, I don't miss that.
Yeah, I love it.
It's cold.
I don't.
It's awesome.
I don't miss that at all. But let me ask you this question, Woody, to start. So we have a noon start today. Last week we were the mid game, right? The Fox game of the week. Next week we're Saturday night football in America. Ooh. Which time slot do you prefer to watch Bears?
I like the 1 o'clocks, but I like to get noticed on the primetime games at 4:30 or Sunday night. But I don't like to wait that long during the day. So my favorite is the 1 p.m. start.
God, we're old. I'm with you, man. I'm like, just let me get the game right away. I like, it's cool to get the nationally televised game and all, but I'm like, just let me get the game at noon, and then I can just watch whatever the rest of the day. It's just like,
And what really sucks is if we're not at the 1 o'clock game, we're watching the red zone.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
the 4 o'clock game start, we got to still wait another 25 minutes if we're the game of the week at 4:25. So yeah, no, not at all.
Good thing for Red Zone, I was watching that last week a bit.
Yep.
It's like, it's just like, come on, can we please? So we got the Brownies today. Myles Garrett going after the sack record. I don't think he's going to get the 30. I think he'll get the 22.5. He's just not going to get there today. I think he needs like 2.5 sacks. What's he at, 20 right now?
He needs 3 sacks to break the record. Strahan has 22.5. He's going up against the rookie, Ozzie. Ozzie did great last week. No pressures allowed. But Myles Garrett, we played against Max Crosby, Micah Parsons. But Myles Garrett, clearly better than all of them. He's the top edge rusher in the league. So he's a beast. He's a beast.
I mean, we have had our fair share of good edge rushers this year. The Bears had that we've had to play against. So I mean, Garrett, will he get a sack? I mean, look, he got last week. I thought we all thought, oh, you're playing Tennessee, 3, 4, 5 sacks. He got 1 sack. That was it. The Bears gave up 1 sack. Caleb doesn't. He's got 20 sacks on the year. Here we are now in week 15. 20 sacks in the year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have this time last year, Woody? What was it like? Almost
56 times he was sacked week 14 by last year. So when I was mentioning pre-show, offensive line are definitely the players of the year on this team.
So the Bears' average is 2 per game, but really, when you think about it, most of those sacks came in the first 4 weeks. Since the bye, there haven't been as many sacks on Caleb. Like, I think the last couple of weeks he's taken 1 a game, maybe.
Yeah.
None.
If he wasn't so elusive, because he's probably top in the league of not getting sacked on how he's getting out of these sacks, spinning around, getting out of them, then throwing it away or finding an open receiver. It's amazing how he's probably doesn't want to get sacked this year.
Barry, most of us are that old to remember that. Don't worry about it. You're not that old.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And don't sit there and tell me how old you are now. Now that I gave you the look, you're a Green Bay fan. I'm up saying you're not that old. What's up, bro?
I was like, what, Barry just turned 30? Like, what are we talking about there, Barry? Good morning, guys. Or good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon.
Good job. Good answer, Broski. Good answer.
Good morning here for the next 42 minutes or so. But yeah, it's going to be cold. We've got some injuries. Let me go through the injury report really quick for you guys. Obviously, I'll start off with Gordon. Being moved to the IR. Pre-show, Woody and I talked for a moment. Yeah, it's going to be cold.
I love it.
We talked for a moment. Brisket or Gordon being out, it's not as big of a deal, right? Because he's been out most of the season. He's played 3 or 4 games, and with Gardner Johnson in the lineup now, I mean, look at Gordon is obviously really, really good, but it's not like, oh my God. For us, the outs right now, it's a very small list. 1 guy is out. Well, 2. Travis Homer's still out with the ankle. He had limited practice Friday. Tyson Bagent, they're having this question, now they're reporting he's not going to be available today with an injury. With illness. He's sick. Don't know what he's got, the flu, whatever. And Odunze is going to play.
Mike's sick too.
What now?
Mike's sick too. I hear him coughing.
It's cold out here.
Odunze's a go today. Tyreek Stevenson's a go today. Zach Ayas is a go today. Hippolyte's a go today. And of course, Jalen Johnson. I don't know why they keep putting him on the injury report, but because he hasn't missed a practice in weeks. But anyways, he's playing. For the Browns, according to the official injury report, not the Jay Glazer scoop on Fox, the big name that sat to me was, where was it? Their tight end, Njoku. He's out.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he got messed up last week on that diving, beautiful touchdown pass he had. and he came up a little woozy. So I don't know if it's a concussion or whatever.
That's big news.
Yep.
Yeah, they got that. That was the big one. I mean, they got a lot of guys who are questionable / out. Aiden Hunton, one of their defensive ends, is out. Dylan Sampson, one of the running backs, is out. Wyatt Teller, guard, out. Denzel Ward, another one of their corners, is out. Of course, Deshaun Watson's out.
That's
Denzel
big.
Ward's out.
That's big.
Wow.
And there's a lot of questionables, so have to wait and hear the game time. But like they're put this way, our injury list is like 2 or 3 deep, really, for guys who are questionable or out. Theirs is like getting to be an album. So like I'm not so worried about the injury report this week. There you go, Broski commenting in from the Rumble. There.
Yeah, absolutely.
He rumbled.
I love Rumble.
He rumbled. Yeah, Rumble's actually a cool platform. I'm starting to dig it more. I just don't watch. Actually, I've been watching guys play video games, and it's sad because I don't play video games, but somehow it's entertaining, and I don't know why. Maybe it brings me back to Iraq where we sit in the chew and I'd watch them make kill Nazis on a video game. Injury report looks pretty good for us today, fellas. I mean, of course, we don't have the Edmonds-Edwards duo back yet, but all these IR trips are starting to come to an end here pretty close. I mean, if we get into the playoffs, and I'm going to say if, because nothing's a given in this league, but if we get in the playoffs, we could have everyone back by the playoffs.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
It's big. It's big. I mean, Gordon makes our team better. Obviously, when he came in there and TJ Edwards was back too, he was doing his normal thing. I mean, Gardner Johnson, he's been filling in nice. But yeah, when Edwards and Gordon are playing together, it seems like the rush defense got a lot better. But we've been playing the most year without him, so we'll see how it goes.
My question is with Tyreek Stevenson back, who starts at corner, Nashawn Wright or Tyreek Stevenson?
I was just about to ask that, Broski. You read my mind. I mean, look we have a situation at corner now where our backup leads the league in interceptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you still go with Tyreek and Jalen, or do you go with Jalen and Nashawn, or do you go with Jalen and you rotate Tyreek and Nashawn?
I would rotate, and as long as McLeod's not in there, that's all I care about.
Exactly. I think I would still go with Nashawn. I mean,
yeah,
in my opinion, he's earned it. And he's got a better attitude, I think, as well. Let Tyreek kind of earn it back. You know what I mean? Like, let him fight a little. I feel if he really wants to take that job back.
But Tyreek has not played bad at all this season. As far as the attitude, I mean, I know you're probably still referencing back to the Commanders game way back when last year, but he's a lot different player than he was in that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's not taking away from the fact that Nashawn Wright, he's creating turnovers. So, like, to me, I don't bench a guy like that unless someone behind him really like steps up and just shows they're that much better. And that's all I'm saying with Tyreek. But
yeah, Tyreek this year he's got 32 solos, 2 forced fumbles, and only 1 pick. So I mean, he's generated. Okay, so he's got three turnovers forced there. Of course, one of the biggest was that the fumble in the Cowboys game that he generated. And look at Nashawn, 35 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, 5 picks. So he's doubled the turnover. Yeah. The tackles are about the same.
Here's the thing. I think we can agree it's a good problem to have at this point in the season. Shit, man. Like you're that deep at corner this time in the year. Like that's great.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a nice problem to have. It's nice that we actually have this problem. Let me throw these stats up really quick. I'm gonna let Mike explain because he made the slides. I want Mike to explain. I think this one here is the offensive production, correct, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. So offensive production, the 2 offenses going in for the season. Now, obviously, look, for both, this has radically changed over the last couple of weeks, especially for Cleveland because they've had their quarterback issues up and down. And looks like Shadur's their guy. But the thing for them is their rush yards. And the guy who I worry about in Cleveland today, well, I worry about 2 guys for the same reason. Shadur Sanders, I worry about for not his throwing, but his legs. And they've got a great young running back in Judkins.
They sure do. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hell of a running back for a rookie.
Wow.
Obviously Cleveland's
You
record's
got
not
mail.
there, but Cleveland, dude, they're in games. I mean, they are in games.
Yeah, they're not a
And
pushover team by any means.
nope. And that's why all these Packers fans think that the Browns are going to kill the Bears today, because the Browns beat them.
Now, defensively, this is where it gets interesting. So we're ranked 8th for points per game. Defense has got a lot better for us. They're 30th. And people, that's their strength, right? 17th in opposing points per game, 25th for us for opposing points per game. Opposing teams points per game, okay. 5th in total yards, we 30th in total yards. I mean, it's interesting. They're pass rush though. They're pass rush. I mean, 2 sacks. Second in the league with sacks. Of course, half of that's one guy. I think I don't even know how many do the Bears have on the year. Mike, do you know that? Well, he's looking that up. The one thing I thought was interesting was the point differential. That we are now plus 17 because we were negative for almost a whole season until like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's all because of that Detroit game when we lost by 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say something too about the Browns offense. So they have a player, Harold Fannin Jr. He's actually their leading receiver this year. He played at Bowling Green. He's kind of like a more, I guess, melanated Brock Bowers kind of guy. Like he's like a 6'3", 6'4", like 235, 240-pound tight end. He's basically a big wide receiver out there. And then you still have Jerry Jeudy as well. So I mean, those are the primary targets. Dylan Sampson, that running back, if he's out. Okay. So I was going to say he's another passing or receiving threat for them. He's out today as well. That's actually kind of low key, kind of big for them, a big loss for them as well.
Did you say that Ken Sampson wasn't out today for their injury report?
Let me pull it up again real quick. Who their outs were that I knew for sure. Njoku, Sampson's out with a calf and he didn't practice at all this week. He's out.
Yeah, Sampson's their shifty guy.
And the Njoku was the guy who scared me actually because it seems to be he's the guy that beats you for that big, Njoku's he's quietly a really good tight end in this league. Put that way. He doesn't get
absolutely.
All right. Well, Mike's still looking up the sack.
No, I haven't. I just don't believe it. I'm trying to look more depth. It's saying 45 sacks, and the offense gave up 20. So I don't think it's 45.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, if they have 45 sacks as a defense, I mean, half of that production's one guy. But how many sacks the Bears have?
But right here they're in second with 44. If we have 45, we're in first. We're 30th. So no.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't say it.
Yeah. Well, going to this one, I mean, now look at Caleb. Is he going to average 273 yards in the last 4 games to get to 4K? I mean, look at the beginning of the season, guys. This is a thing, I guess. Oops, that's weird. It's a thing, I guess. But do we care if Caleb gets 4K?
No. It's just a lot of the other teams and
the other fan bases care more than I think we do. You're right.
The Bears have 24 sacks on the season. So they're 32, 31, 30, 29, 28%, 26 in the league in sacks. And as far as Caleb, I care about his efficiency and his accuracy, which kind of goes hand in hand with his yards. To me, if he raises his completion percentage next year from like 57% to, let's just say 64%, even he's hitting 4K. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I look at his completion percentage this year, and I look at it with an asterisk because, last week, over half his incomplete throws were throwaways. He's been throwing the ball away a lot this year. I mean, you can tell, because the sack numbers are way down. But it's obviously affecting his completion percentage, but he's not afraid to just chunk it. and be like, get rid of it. I mean, I like that about him. He's not trying to force the play. That's why his turnovers are as good as they are. I would like to see. I think the problem is the Bears don't do enough short, quick completion type routes that aren't just throw a -3 and let DJ try to run it. Like I want to see more slants. I want to see more of those kinds of things. That's where Caleb's completion percentage should go way up. Look at Jordan Love's got his completion percentage is up there. They do a lot of that. They get a lot of quick slants where where they get separation. Like the Bears need to do some more of that. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's a valid point. I mean, Ben Johnson's offense is complicated. They don't really have too many easy plays, so I think the whole processing speed, the more he plays in it, the quicker he'll get at that, and in turn his completion percentage will go up.
So I mean, I'm not worried about the 4K thing. This is a great slide though. That Mike made the Joe Thuney trade. Yeah, what a great trade this has turned out to be, right? Just the whole way that the offensive line was built this offseason pulls it a really good job. In the Jonah Jackson trade, we can't overlook that too. Jonah Jackson's been really good too. Trading for Jackson and Thuney. Thuney is was more of a quote unquote sure thing.
Yep.
Than Jonah Jackson, but Jonah Jackson's played really well too.
Dude, Jonah Jackson's having a damn near borderline Pro Bowl season, if you ask me. And I could say the same for Dahlman, Thuney, and Darnell Wright. I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if Bears got 4 linemen in the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, and and even I know we omitted our left tackle because we've had 3 of them this year, but you know what? All 3 of them, when they've played, have played well at left tackle. Even Broski's least favorite guy did pretty decent.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go down that road, but he played so well, he got benched at halftime. Yeah.
Well, no, he did, and I think the difference being look at the difference with him is on the pass rush. I think he was okay, but when it came to the running game, that's where he lacked, and we found that the other 2 are well just as good as he is on the pass rush.
If playing like a human tackling sled's good against the pass rush,
so I mean, I'll put it this way, Broski, he's a good reserve guy now, right? He's a good reserve guy. We can cycle him through. He's on the IR anyways, but I mean, he wasn't terrible. He's good enough to stay on the roster in a reserve role probably. But the other 2 guys we've been cycling through the most. I mean, Trapio, man, that kid, Ozzy's been like last week. I was impressed.
Yeah, he's got what it takes. I mean, he's going to be up and down a little bit, but he's up more than down, and especially considering that he's a rookie. I mean, he's got the potential to be their starting left tackle of the future for years to come. Hopefully he lives up to it. But yeah, the kid, I like he's got that toughness too. Like he's kind of tall and lean for he's 6'8" and he's like only 315 or 320, but he can move his feet and he gets pissed off and he likes to just maul as well, which I like.
Yeah, I mean he's looking good. He's looking really good. This line is solidifying. Steve, that has not been lost on any of us. I mean, all right, real quick, let me go down this rabbit hole. The Bears win today, and the Packers, if they lose at Denver, we go back to being up a half a game, which means next week's Saturday Night Football game is the exact same scenario as Week 14, right? Winner is in the lead for the division. On top of that, though, if the Lions lose to the Rams today, the Lions would then go back 2 full games on the Bears and a game and a half on the Packers. So big day in the NFC North today. Yeah, I mean, and look at Saturday Night Football in America. Interesting, but okay, we're gonna do it. This is the NFL's wet dream. Is having these games late in the season in the division being meaningful. And are they?
Absolutely. And I'm actually kind of hoping the Vikings, win today and kind of get it going here at the end of the season because I want them to have it together enough to where they can beat the Lions when they play.
Well, if we win today, we'll get the predictions later. If the Bears win today, the Vikings, correct me if I'm wrong, Woody, are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, so I know about the what Broski just said about the Vikings. They could beat the Lions, but I think if the Vikings lose today, and they're out, I'd rather them do that, and they want to be some spoilers more.
Right.
So that's my my thought on that. And then you never know, that last game of the year could be in or out for the Bears Lions game. So, but I see Broski's side too. I mean, the more the Lions lose, the better. But
Yep.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the Vikings making the playoffs. They're, mathematically not eliminated, but I mean, it's really not going to happen. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out, man. I'm not to get ahead of myself, but there's a chance Bears and Vikings can win today, and the Packers and Lions can lose, which would be
With this,
awesome.
with this slide here, I think is the matchup of the game. Ozzie will be going up against Myles Garrett.
Oh yeah.
Last week, Ozzie, with Micah Parsons, didn't allow a pressure or a sack. So he's working out to be a great pick that we did last year's draft. So I'm excited to see that matchup today.
What's interesting to me looking at this, and I take it these are the PFF grades, I'm assuming. Darnell Wright, man, 4 pressures and a 50 last week. I think that's where Micah probably hung out the most. Yeah. That's a little interesting to me there.
Well, they did help with Trapio a lot too, I think. So Wright was probably on his own a lot more than Trapio was.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
I could definitely see that as a strong reason as to why. Man, that offensive line this year. I can't say enough about the offensive line.
Yeah.
The
Like you
offensive
said,
line here has been so good.
Yeah, it was expected from Tooney, but I mean, Jonah Jackson's really been a pleasant surprise, man.
Real quick,
and it seems like the pre-snap penalties have been dialing down a notch since the beginning of the year. We're number 1.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Mike can look this up.
I think we
the
still
rankings
are.
Now.
I think we still are number 1, but a lot of that is based off the first couple weeks. But
right.
Yeah.
We've been doing better. Okay, the procedural penalties, we're still getting them, 1 or 2 a game, it seems.
Yeah.
But they are down a lot, and it's gotten better. And you expect that as the season goes on with this offense, with them learning the cadence and the playbook.
3, Steve. He needs 3.
He needs 3, Steve.
He'll get it. He'll get it.
Yeah,
I don't think today, but he will get it by the end of the year.
I mean, he may get. Look at if he gets 1 today. I mean, fine. Look at the Bears gave up a sack last week. I mean, it's not like we've been a lot better on the sacks, but obviously, this is Myles Garrett. He's probably gonna. If he doesn't, like Parsons didn't get 1 last week, but he made Caleb uncomfortable and chased him around a bit. Myles Garrett, it could be the same thing, to be honest. But if he gets 1, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, the world's over. Myles Garrett got a sack. I mean, if there's anyone on the planet, you'd be like, okay, yeah, you got it.
Well, yeah. I just don't want the headline at the end of the game. Oh, well, he broke the sack record against the Bears this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the way if you go back to the Browns Ravens game, they had 7 sacks against Lamar Jackson, surprisingly. And I don't want to be the team the record gets broken with.
A lot would have to go wrong for the Bears for him to have 3 sacks today.
Absolutely. And another player on the Browns defense to watch is that Carson Schwarzenegger, that rookie linebacker. He's very Luke Kuechly-ish.
Yeah.
He's a good player, man.
Look at the Browns.
Go ahead, Ken. I just had a question then. Oh, when we go back on to defense, my question for you guys is how mobile Sanders is. Is Johnson going to have a bigger day today, or one of our linebackers got to be the spies?
Well, that's the part of the running game that I'm a little more concerned about. Let me see who are we going to have here in the linebacking core today.
Edwards and I don't know.
Sewell.
Hippolyte could be Sewell. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's better when it's Edwards and Edmonds on that. But Sewell's played, Sewell's actually been playing. Well, first off, let me say this. Is anyone here surprised about how well Sewell's played this year overall? I mean, he
I
hasn't been
I
stellar.
I am.
I
From
am.
last year? From
He
last
hasn't-
year? Oh, hell
he-
yeah.
He really hasn't seen the field his whole career until this year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and he's definitely restricted to being a middle linebacker. But yeah, man, he's played well. Like he definitely has. But I was going to say Hippolyte. Like this would be a game where, like, in theory, he would be the guy to use to spy Sanders because Hippolyte's that 5'11" like speedster linebacker. So, but yeah, man, we'll see how they play it.
Yeah, I think Hippolyte or Sewell, because I think Sewell is pretty quick too, and he's shown a keen ability to get to the ball. Either one of them's gonna have to spy. You're gonna have to spy with him because,
Yeah.
right? Look at a rookie quarterback. Your legs are your best friend. So and with Dorn, thank you, Dorn, bringing this up. Look at we can't. Dorn. God, thank you so much for this because I almost forgot about saying this. Look at Montez Sweat's been coming on as of late, right? He's had a couple sacks. I mean, he's starting to rack up sacks, and they're missing 4 of their 5 offensive linemen. I mean, Sweat could have a we could have a guy with a multi-sack game in today's game and have it not be Myles Garrett. It could be Montez Sweat. Booker, I almost said Marty Booker. Jeez. I go back. Booker could get a sack or two. We could see interior linemen like who have been kind of quiet and like I've been giving a lot of shit for Grady Jarrett because he doesn't really get sacks, but he's had some tip balls and he's disrupting the offense. He has done that. I've been noticing I was kind of like a little unfair to him in that regard. But our middle of our defensive line has not been getting the sack, but Gervin Dexter and Grady Jarrett could have a day-to-day too.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see also. I mean, Dennis Allen, how he schemes against a rookie quarterback. I'm thinking Brisker and Garner Johnson. They're going to be coming hot with some of these blitzes. I wouldn't mind seeing one of those two guys just take Sanders' head off on a blitz that he doesn't read or pick up.
Well, and not just that, but I don't think though. I mean, I'm interested to see how he schemes at Broski, but at the same time, it's like the Bears game last week. I know Mike was complaining in a back chat, like, why are we not doing certain things? He wasn't really complaining, but he was just mentioning, like, why aren't we doing certain things? I'm like, dude, we're keeping it vanilla.
It was
ahead,
more
Mike.
on defense. It was more on defense. Like
Yeah,
when
and I
they
think
played
we're
the Packers, anytime Love said can, defense should have took initiative and said, "Oh, can, it's a run." They did it to us all fucking game, and I sat back and I yelled at Bill, the Packer fan, like, I wish I was a defensive coordinator, even on the defense, because it's literally a run every time he said.
Yeah, but you got to give Love a little credit because the couple times like the Bears really did blitz and they showed blitz and they did bring it. Love burned them for touchdown passes.
In the first half, most definitely, and I think that.
But he didn't say can on that time. He literally switched the play. When you switch the play and said can, it's literally a run every time.
Well, where I was getting at with this, though, is I think like Dennis Allen's keeping it, and Ben Johnson too, on offense. I think that they're not keeping it purely vanilla, but they're keeping it pretty basic because they're at that point in the season. They're like, look, guys, our odds of getting to the playoffs are really good, right? We've got 9 wins. We probably need 2 more maybe to get in.
Oh, yeah.
And they feel they can get at least those 2. They're like, so let's not show too much of our offensive and defensive playbook if we don't have to, especially with the Packers. Seeing them in 2 weeks, like I'm sure they feel pretty confident about their ability to beat the Browns. But like, okay, but we won't show as much in this game today. But then, like in 2 weeks, when we get them, we got something that they haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and the reason why it was called can because we were 2 deep safeties. Every time he did that, we were 2 deep safeties, and he would call can because obviously that's what you do. You know what I mean? But one of our safeties should have came up in that predicament when they say can. It should have been one of them because they did not pass one time when Love was yelling can. And you can literally hear it over the entire broadcast. You can hear it on the field.
Well, to bring up Mike's, hopefully Dennis Allen makes some changes, because if I believe the stat that I seen last week with Jordan Love against the Blitz, he was like 90% completion percentage.
Yeah.
So he killed us when we blitzed. So they got to work on that for next week.
And especially when you look back to the Packers game, and not wanting to spend too much time in last week's game, and look, 'cause we're looking at today's game. But dude, we're going to see the Packers next week, and then we have a strong possibility of seeing them in the playoffs. So I can understand why both Green Bay and Chicago coaching staffs don't want to tip their hands too much for two teams that look like they're going to the playoffs. They could see each other potentially in the playoffs, and they don't want to give other playoff teams too much tape on what they're going to do in the playoffs. So I kind of, from a strategic mindset, understand it. But to Broski's point for today, I want to see how Dennis Allen schemes Shador, because he is a little unique in some of the quarterbacks. Like Jordan's more of a pocket guy. He doesn't look to run much. He can run. Most of these quarterbacks can run, but he's more of a pocket guy, honestly. Shador is kind of like Fields was when he was a rookie in Chicago. If it's not there, tuck it and run. Right? So, I mean, he's got to be able to account for that mobile quarterback. And we haven't faced too many mobile quarterbacks, but when we faced Dart, what did Dart do? He ran all over us. So, to me, that's a thing that I share in Broski's concern, is like, okay, what can we do?
So how does Dennis Allen go into this game thinking about that? Does he put more pressure on a mobile quarterback, or does he stand back with the spy to make sure he doesn't get out of the pocket?
I think initially you do just that. You try to pressure the quarterback organically with your front four, maybe like, not do the blitz and have your spy, and then you start adding pressure. Or you could just come and do what the Packers did and try to overwhelm the line. Like, dude, the Packers did a great job last week in overwhelming the line. So our offense Caleb was throwing the ball away because, they weren't able to pass because they overwhelmed the line until we made adjustments to compensate. You could try to, with their line injuries, you might want to just try to overwhelm them, stack the box, and have a spy in reserve for when he does run out, and then do it that way. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man. If I'm Dennis Allen, I'm just bringing it. I'm bringing all kinds of crazy ass blitzes right from the jump, because not only is it a rookie quarterback, they're missing 4 of their 5 starting alignment. Just fucking put pressure on this guy from the jump.
I mean, if you look what Green Bay did,
it'll be a Brian Flores blitz day, huh?
Pretty much, because if you look at what the Packers did last week, that's what they did early. Like, they really crashed the house in the first half, and it made it really hard for the Bears to get anything going. Eventually, the Bears got some ball movement, and then they made some adjustments, which was nice to see. But I think we need to take the same approach with Cleveland, with 4 linemen out. I think you bring the house, you crash the house, and leave a spy on it. And maybe the first time you don't leave the spy and let them have that false sense of security, and then you start bringing the spy. I don't know. It depends on how you want to play that game, but that's going to be key, because look at, with our back end, which is one of the best in the NFL at generating turnovers, he's not going to, he's not looking to throw the ball. With Jerry Jeudy, while he's a decent receiver, guy has a lot of drops and creates a lot of interceptions himself by balls bouncing off his hands, his chest, his head, and everywhere else on his body. So I mean,
well, I do like this team this year. Ken, we're talking about this last week too. Is that, and Mike brought this up years past, is that we never had coaches that made second half adjustments. Right. So do we, like I said, right out of the gate, do the pressuring, and if it doesn't work, he makes his second half adjustments, and maybe he'll stand back with the spy and stuff like that. But I like the way this team is making adjustments for second half.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the in-game adjustments, I think, are still coming. We've seen some of that too this year. I mean, we have seen some in-game adjustments even in the first half. The second half adjustments overall, I'm like, wow, so refreshing, so refreshing.
Yeah, and I think some of it is too. It's like, all the different players who've been getting injured and coming back at different times, like including Dio. With Booker out there, like how much has Booker even played with Jalen Johnson on the field at the same time this season. And, I'm not just referring to just like within the secondary players playing with each other, which is obviously also, another thing too. Like you want all those guys to kind of gel together as a unit, get familiar with being out on the field at the same time. But even with the other guys, so now it's like, all right, it seems like now we have like 2 or 3 weeks of these guys all being out there together as a defense as a whole. So let's see if that pays off today.
And you know what, that Broski, it's kind of true on the offensive line too, because 4 have been solid the whole season for the most part. Jonah Jackson missed a game. Left tackle was a little bit of a revolving door, a little bit, but they're still looking pretty solid overall, even with left tackle. This is the amazing part. This is why I think Ryan Poles has done a great job. Left tackle, we've had 3 starting left tackles. I am not going to complain about any of them overall. They've all done well overall, but they've been getting progressively better from the first left tackle, Broski's favorite. I say that tongue in cheek.
It is Braxton Jones. He likes it. Watch, hey, Broski. Our track record of getting rid of these players like Mustafer, Charles Leno.
Woody, why do you say Mustafer? Mustafer never did anything once he left the Bears.
No, he made the Pro Bowl when he went to Baltimore.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Fuck, he didn't.
He didn't.
Look at Braxton did pretty good at left tackle. Then
Mustafer was, man, he's good on the team.
And it got even better, especially with the run game.
Did Brad Mustafer?
And then Ozzie played last week. Came in and started, and it's been really good. So if there's anything on the offensive line, I want to go, well, let's at least get a solid 5 and keep them together for like the rest of the year if we can. Right?
Broski. All right, Charles Leno went to Washington. He got in the Pro Bowl. Does that sound better?
I was going to say, like, Mustafer isn't even in the league right now. He started 3 games since he left the Bears, dude. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's a little something you got going on with him or something, or maybe his family or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Joke, if you're a Bears offensive lineman and you don't do well in Chicago, you go to another team and all of a sudden you're an All-Pro star.
But honestly, you know how we all hated Charles Leno Jr. I don't, Mr. Holding every other play. The next year he went to Washington, had a hell of a year, and went to the Pro Bowl.
No, I hear you. But Ken, I do agree with your point, Ken. Like overall, let's just look at left tackle on the Bears just overall as a position, right? Yeah, it's definitely improved overall as a position, from last year and the year before. So, I do agree with that.
And there's depth, right? There's depth. Theo obviously is good, and even Braxton is good for depth. There's depth there.
Yeah,
can I get one guy who's going to be the starter, right? And look, this is a first world problem in a way now. It's like weird.
Mm-hmm.
We used to be poverty stricken. Now we have first world problems because we got, whether it's Theo or it's Ozzie, I think either one could be the starter. Either one could be the starter, and I'd be happy with it. But it's like, okay, just pick one to be the starter. But it's great that if one gets dinged up, hey, I don't have to worry about further injury. I can just throw the other guy in there. But I want the consistency of the same 5 every week.
And you know what else? Between Ozzie and Theo, like they can play left or right tackle. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I think Braxton, I think Braxton has a spot on this lineup or in this roster. I think you're going to see him learn to play the guard position a little bit too. I think he could I think he could be really good in that role for the Bears.
Try again. That's my score prediction.
Yeah, Mike really wants me to go to score prediction as he. What the hell?
No,
I was going to say, I think Braxton's going to buy a 5 guys franchise and just be on-site manager next season going forward.
You know what I like about this year, about this offensive line, like we had problems with it in the past, is that we had injuries on this offensive line and they had to fluctuate all these players around. And I hats off to them this year. Not really any injuries that we had to put our center at tight end.
Yeah.
So that's good.
For our tight end at center, you mean?
Yes. Well, I'm just saying anywhere on the line. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Yeah, Mike
Cody,
said I get the game
when Cody Whitehair was here, how many positions on an offensive line did he had to play?
Yeah, we ruined him. Mike's
My
about to
God.
get the game feed ready. That's why he's giving his score prediction. So let me do this real quick before Mike leaves, and I can give him the warm fuzzy, and he's not mad at me for it then. If you got your score prediction, he's got the post up. There we go. Go to Mike the Bear fan or Chicago Bears News and put your score prediction. Today, it's what's the picture this week, Mike? What could they win this week?
Stevenson's auto.
Ooh, it's a Tyreek Stevenson auto 8 by 10, correct?
Damn, I was off by 1 point last week. Son of a bitch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what are you good at those score predictions?
Yeah, 1 point off. That's it's only happens in horseshoes, bud.
Yeah, I've been
He's done it three times. He's got real close to the auto.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been close a couple times, but none of us, we've been kind of not lucky to enough to win that one. Maybe this will be the week. So Mike's prediction, though, for once again, I'll throw it up there. I guess guys, start putting your predictions in the comments. Also, don't forget to go to Mike the Bear fan or Chicago Bears News and put your prediction there. He's saying 27-17 in freezing temperatures. So he's got to beat a 10-point win, a 2-score win. What do you think there, Woody?
I had the same game prediction, but I was first on the website. So that is my game prediction is 27-17 Chicago today. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a running game. I think Monangai and Swift are going to have great games today on the ground. So it's going to be defense. Let's go.
Well, since you got my score, you might actually win since I'm automatically disqualified from the winnings.
It might be 28-17, and I'd be off by a point again.
Yeah. Broski, what do you got?
Yeah, my only major concern about this game is if the Bears look ahead to next week and kind of just overlook the Browns. First time this season, I'm going to predict the Bears win this game, and it's not close. I'm going to go Bears 31, Browns 13.
Yeah, Cam's going 28-9 Bears.
Wow.
I'm thinking with their offensive line issues and we're the number one team in the league in generating turnovers. I'm thinking at least a pick six and maybe even a scoop and six.
Did you say 8?
A.
Oh God.
8 pick sixes would be like an NFL record.
Let me change my prediction.
That. 8 pick sixes. That's how the offense takes the day off.
Nation Wright MVP.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Deshaun Wright will have 4 pick sixes.
Wow.
Johnson will have a pick six and a
and then to top it off, Santos will have a 64-yard field goal. Right, Broski?
Oh, yeah, and his leg falls off.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go big though. I'm gonna go 38-17 Bears. I think the defense is gonna score a couple times, and the offense will look at in these kinds of games. You get down early like that. That defense for Cleveland's just it's deflating, and then they're like whatever. That's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go big. I think the Bears defense. We just generate turnovers, and if our D line has been getting much better at pressuring, making quarterbacks uncomfortable, and as long as we're containing Shedeur from running and we make him throw those balls, I can see a couple picks. I can see at least a pick six, maybe even a scoop six in there for the defense. So fantasy owners, I hope you're starting the Bears defense today. I think this would be a good start, especially for turnovers, and they're going to get a score.
Yeah, I'm really craving a Jaquan Brisker blitz that puts a hole in Shedeur's chest. Really craving that.
But hey, Mike, go ahead and play the video because I can't see it.
No.
Mike's got a video. He asked me to play it, but I looked in the media.
It is awesome. It's an awesome video.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay.
Yeah. Monsters of the Midway, we back in the game. Bears rising up. Hit a roar. Feel the flames. Monsters of the Midway, we back in the game. Van Johnson leading, bad packet formation, taking over the noise, feel the domination. Lost to the Packers, but now we ain't
blazing sun, cold winds blowing, we ain't scared, we thrive. Caleb's launching bombs, watch those rockets fly. 300 yards deep, in that they get degrees. Ain't nothing but a challenge, we do it with ease. Monsters of the Midway, ready to attack. Bears on the hunt, ain't no turning back. We whip the Browns, take them down like a pro. Next week on the Rivals, we steal the show. Monsters of the Midway, we steal the show. Monsters of the Midway. I got my cheese grater reppin' on my gear. Watch me scream, blow, back, blow, let them hear. At the throne we stand tall, trust in the grind. Bears take revenge, lead those Packers behind. Packers think they tough, but they can't handle the heat. We storm like a thunder, they can't take the defeat. All my boys in blue, warriors all around. When the game starts, feel the rage hit the ground. Monsters of the Midway, ready to attack. Bears on the hunt, ain't no turning back. We whip the Browns, take them down like a pro. Next week on the Rivals, we steal the show. Battling hard, feel the fire ignite. Ben brings the strength, Caleb wins uptight. We dominate this field, raise a bear light. Mike the Bear fan got the final word. We're coming back stronger, can't be deterred. Monsters of the Midway, you know we don't play. Get ready for battle, it's our game day. Monsters, we back. Yeah, Monsters of the Midway. Monsters, we back. Yeah, Monsters of the Midway. Monsters of the Midway, ready to attack. On the hunt, ain't no turning back. We whip the Browns, take them down like a pro. Next week on the Rivals, we steal the show. Good better rest. Good better rest. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Good gets better. And you better get better. And you better get better. Bears on three. One comes right.
That was cool.
Go ahead, Broski.
No, so that was cool, man.
I think he made the video just to get that long section with them all drinking together at pregame.
Absolutely. Who is that hot guy in that Briggs jersey on the end? That's what I fucking want to know.
Here's where we go. Okay, for all those, Woody will be starting his own OnlyFans of footage of him at tailgate parties.
We pretty much had the whole crew there except for the Floridans.
Mike,
I was going to say, what were you drinking shots of?
Oh, God. I
I
forgot.
go handshake. I ain't gonna lie. It was awful.
Mike, if it's no copyright issue, man, we got to use that for our intro, man.
No, I made it myself. There is no copyright on that.
Oh, let's do it.
If they weren't doing Malort, they were wrong. There we go.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, that's a good video.
Yeah, that was great.
Game. We got a good one here today, folks. Can't wait for this game. I just, I'm mad because week 15. I want the season to keep going. I mean, I hate that we're almost at the end of the season because and it's just unlike other seasons. Last year, I was ready for the season to be over. I think we all were. This year, can the season keep going, please?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be able to look forward to watching football on Sunday.
And I'm thinking more because I said this last week too, Ken, on Wednesday, what Broski said, and it makes me even more nervous. Us looking ahead to next week against Green Bay.
To do that. I know you are.
Yep.
I don't think I think this team's got the mindset and mentality though that they don't do that. They're very single game or minded. Another sign of a well coached team. And Barry, thank you for this because many Packer fans are not going that way. Looking at the red zone rant, you thought that the Bears were going to get steamrolled today. But no, I mean, this is going to be a good game today. I think the Bears will win. This will be one of those rare games where the Bears might actually, will win by more than 2 scores. I just think see the defense coming.
I mean, the over under is 38.5 only.
Yeah, and considering the Bears score about 25 points a game, that's kind of a
that Fanning kid's a nice young player. Judy's still, he has some big playability. Judkins is a nice young running back. So I mean, you gotta take care of business today.
They got some. Look at we can't overlook them. They got some skill, but this team, every time you hear them, we're just worried about going 1-0 next week. You know, I mean, and let me throw this real. It's like a tight. A lot of us do. A lot of us do. Thank God for autocorrect. Let me ask you guys this real quick. Ben Johnson, what do you give him? What do you give him as a grade so far this season as head
Well,
coach of the Chicago Bears?
I give him A+. The way he turned his team around, getting these players in here, playing as a team, playing through injuries. Half our defense seemed like it was injured, and we hung in there with these games. Offense is coming around. Sacks have been going down. Definitely an A+.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm giving him. I'm definitely giving him an A. I mean, it started with the draft. I mean, no one can convince me that he didn't have a huge influence on who the Bears drafted. All these injuries in the secondary, which I'm going to give Dennis Allen some credit and Al Harris a lot of credit also. But Ben Johnson changed the culture, and then players bought into it. That to me, the draft and the changing of the overall culture, man. Like, yeah, and give me an A. I'm giving him an A.
And Broski brought up the coaches and stuff like that. But what do you give Eric Bieniemy as a running back coach too? Bringing him in,
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, Dan Rouchard, the O-line coach. I mean, excellent job by all these guys.
I think that the big thing there though is with the culture change, and even in the draft, I'll agree with Broski. He has his influence in the draft because every coach has an influence on the draft. They tell the GM, "Here's what I want," and the GM then tries to get the best player available for what they want. And I think the difference we see between Eberflus or Eberlus or Eberflush, however you want to call him, and Ben Johnson asked for the right type of player. And Ben Johnson, because coaches will come and, hey, I really like this guy. And the GMs, more times than not, will give the coaches what they want. And I think Ben Johnson gave Poles a much better order sheet than Matt did. Like he really said this is, he was more keyed in on it. And made for better draft picks across the board.
And piggyback off Broski, and me and Broski wanted Tyler Warren in the draft, but it seems like Loveland, you compare their stats right now, they're pretty damn close. And
and here's the thing too, Woody, I totally agree with you, and I can't go back on that, but one thing I did say to all the people that were so upset, I was like, it doesn't mean Loveland's not going to be a good player just because they didn't. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
And then like other people were saying, but Ben wanted him because he thought he'd be a better fit, and Loveland is like a more nimble, more agile route runner, which and he's shown that he's a pretty good blocker, especially for a rookie. So hey, he's a player, man.
And Cole Kmet, man, I'll tell you what, for his rookie year now, his blocking ability has improved so much. And he's still a big player. I mean, he's got a couple touchdowns this year, some big catches. Both him and Loveland, what a duo we have in that combination. I expect to see quite a bit of them today. I hope we see quite a bit of them today, actually. But we're about 2 minutes out from game time. Any final thoughts there before we get out?
Yeah, I want to see, again, this matchup. Ozzie, keep playing the way you are. No pressures. It's kind of, Myles Garrett is a different beast compared to Micah Parsons and Max Crosby. So just stay in your lane and get this win. And no sacks today. That's the key. If he gets one, that's fine, but not three.
Broski?
Yeah, man. I just want to see an efficient Caleb Williams, and to me, this is a Kyle Monangai game written all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Barry, real quick, reach out to Woody. We'll get that taken care of for you.
Absolutely, bud.
I get every Bears, Packers, Lions, every game. I get every game. So does Woody. And we'll hook you up on that. For me, I'm looking for the matchup defensively. I want to see the spy on Shador. And I want to see the offense get clicking with the passing game. I want to see a big passing game today. I mean, the run game I like to see, but I want to see the passing game start to come alive. Programming note, on Wednesday night show, we'll be doing a post game for today's show, and we'll be doing pregame for the Bears Packers because the game is on Saturday next week. So make sure you're with us Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central, 8 on the East. Of course, we'll see you tomorrow morning on Ken and Ken in the morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 on the East. I'm sure Broski will pop in. Maybe we'll even have some morning wood. Guys, enjoy the game.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy Week 15 football for the Bears. That means something. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Bear down.
Bear down.